Liberals all across the country have proclaimed that the story of the Roy Moore accuser supported by Gloria Allred was the most credible story yet to prove that Moore is a sexual predator. But now that enough time has passed to assess her tale, it is looking more and more like every single detail the accuser laid out in her accusations is simply untrue. From the testimony of people who were customers and those who worked at the restaurant where the victim, Beverly Nelson, claims Moore accosted her back in the late 1970s, we find that nearly all the things she said about the work environment, policies, customers, and details about the building which housed the eatery are simply wrong. On November 20, Moore published a report containing the testimony of people who also knew about the Old Hickory House restaurant. Another person familiar with the Old Hickory House restaurant also claims that Nelson's story is filled with factual errors. Former restaurant employee, Rhonda Ledbetter, says that she doesn't remember any customer ever wearing a suit and tie in the establishment. Not only that, she doesn't ever remember seeing Roy Moore eating there during the time in question. All this comes on the heels of serious questions over the key bit of evidence put forth by Allred. Nelson claimed that Roy Moore signed her high school yearbook, but since Allred released the images of the supposed signature, many began to doubt its legitimacy. After the calls for Allred to release further proof that the yearbook isn't forged, she started ducking questions on the matter. Many felt her hemming and hawing was very telling and that she was trying to downplay the yearbook despite the importance she initially placed on it. Indeed, it wasn't long before Allred was forced to admit that she really can't say for sure if the Roy Moore signature on the yearbook is real. Others have expressed doubt about Nelson's claims, too. Even Nelson's stepson came forward to say that he thinks Nelson is lying about her involvement with Roy Moore. On top of that, the story of Moore's very first accuser, Lee Korfman, is also withering under close scrutiny. The special election is set for only weeks away, so we'll find out then if the left's lies have enough impact to assure Moore's loss on Election Day.